welcome everyone to the first RR19 Swiss Round 4 match. It's a matchup between the wonderful zRune and Fuzk, with our first map being Fortuna, arriving in just under 2 minutes from now, which was picked by zRune. Second map I already forgot, but it will be Mendoza. Second map. It's in the middle of my screen. How can I not find that information? Picked by Fuzk, map number 2. Let's have a short look at the statistics right here, so we can see two great players. Overall, quite competitive. Fuzk is playing quite a bit longer than zRune. They peaked at similar results. Currently, though, zRune in a bit of a better shape, higher elo rating overall. First map, Fortuna. They have not played previously, neither on Fortuna nor any other map. So therefore, this will be their first match playing head-to-head. Also not Fortuna on the map. Either of these players have played a lot recently. Last 12 months, no place for either of them. Fuzk is banned at quite a lot of times. zRune, bit more mixed with picks and bans. 2 ties in there for Fuzk, 1 tie in there for zRune. Fortuna is certainly a map where ties can happen easily, but we are about to jump in, and zRune's stream is not... I am perfectly prepared for this, as we can see. First spin arriving just under 2 seconds after this ad is over on zRune's end. It's going to be Rico Delgado, a lot of explosive weapon as the barman, Jorge Franco, Barber Razor as the chef, and Andrea Martinez, Fiberwire in the suit. This is really loud, by the way. I hope you can hear me over fucking Twitch playing its sweet, sweet tunes there. Not too terrible. A suit in there, so definitely does force you to certain styling locations. But I want to say Andrea's suit is not the worst condition you could get for her. Loud explosive for Rico might be an exit kill depending on what they are planning, although they do need to get inside the mansion for sure, as I believe the Barber Razor is exclusively placed inside the mansion. Yes, it is a unique item. It is in Hector's room, or Hector's bathroom, precisely, in the mansion. zRune starting default, and Fuzk doing the same, although they are moving in different directions already. No, wait. zRune wants to get Rico down early, or KO'd early, set up early probably. Distracting him very nicely. Might be a bridge isolation for zRune by the looks of things. Yeah, he does have a Seeker in hand and is peekabooing Rico to a spot where, if he'll be a medic there, will go out to the bridge. Although that's big bushes for zRune, although they seem to know what they are doing. This might offset the Andrea timing for zRune, because Fuzk on the other side is ready in the compound, has peekabooed Andrea. Currently caught on camps, but that's not an issue, seeing as he's here already anyways. Now don't use the shovel, but the fiber wire instead. Andrea turns around, sees Fuzk, and that's a side KO. And a replan even for Fuzk. This is not what he wanted. I don't know exactly why Andrea turned around there. He nothing. She was just standard peekaboo, and Fuzk tried to save it, but yeah, sadly couldn't make it happen. On the other side, zRune got Rico down on the bridge to the mansion. I wonder if he's now going to make a run for Andrea, or if it's going to be a second cycle Andrea kill in the village. Does force you to either come back here or stay in your suit with for quite a while. So might not be the most optimal thing, although I believe, looking at zRune's instinct, Andrea is still in the meeting room, so there are options for sure. There's the KO. Andrea's gonna panic, but zRune hopefully should be quick enough. Andrea's running though, no, and she ran in front of the guard. And that is a restart for zRune. You picked the wrong side of the table to run around. And that is another restart. On the other side, Fuzk now got this kill down cleanly this time. Andrea did not feel the need to see Santa in person. And first kill down for Fuzk. Arguably one of the easier ones, actually. We are curious to see how the rest of the spin will play out for Fuzk. zRune infiltrating the mansion masterfully again, just like last time. As meantime, Fuzk seems to be going for Barman next. Quite sure. I'm definitely curious to see what the what Fuzk's Rico plans are. Is it gonna be a live kill, or not a live kill, but like not a kill right now, or is it gonna be an exit kill and just a disguise grab while we're here? Plenty of options for this Rico kill. Meantime, zRune waiting for Rico to exit his compound. Again, there he is, followed by the two guards. And that is going to be two quick KOs and an isolated Rico for zRune, who's going to make their way over to Andrea again. Fuzk now might be looking up something here. Definitely curious. Could be looking Barber Razor positions or something similar. Or just other stuff. Right, moment of truth for zRune coming up. And this is where they failed it last time. They are doing it differently. They are not. zRune is not going for Andrea immediately. Taking out cams first. Ooh, they're waiting for Andrea to want to leave, and now a pistol distraction. This could work better than what zRune had planned last time. Andrea's alone in this room now, and that's a 5-wire to her neck. And zRune getting the Andrea kill much more cleanly than last time. That was definitely very, very good improvement from zRune there. And actually something I haven't seen in a while. Barman next on the list for zRune as well. You see Fuzk is inside Rico's compound. Trespassing, not only trespassing, but hostile as the Barman. Ooh, and big whooshes left and right. That is gonna be troublesome, but they are just... Fuzk is just straight up gonna... No, it's not gonna get a safer disguise or anything, it's just gonna sneak in here like the master assassin he is. Is that a peekaboo of Rico to this bathroom? Is that a thing? Or is Fuzk just trying to improvise a little bit? Doesn't seem like to be a thing. Although maybe? Now that he's sitting down, this could work out very well. Although I'm not sure if this is... if this even is where you'd want to get Rico. Because, I mean... there's nowhere to put him. There's no box or anything, so you can't really do the kill right now. So it has to be an exit kill for Fuzk on Rico, I believe. Meantime, zRune did the kill live. And we'll get rid of Rico's body. Hopefully he's quickly enough. Dumping him over the bridge. The two guards just in the bushes and onto the side of the village. Did anybody even hear this? Ooh, and Fuzk needing to restart, got spotted. Not sure if he's realized that plan, getting Rico in that bathroom, is not gonna work out well for him. Let's hope he does change up that part of his strategy at least a little bit. But currently, Fuzk definitely has to bet on zRune making mistakes here. zRune very well in the lead now. 2 kills down. Just got the Rico kill while we weren't looking. He was setting it up very nicely. Just put it on the bridge, place an explosive next to him, drag the guards into the bushes, dump his body afterwards. You should be good. And zRune now gets the Barber Razor much more easily by being able to switch into a legal disguise around here. A chef disguise and a kill on Jorge Franco is all that is between zRune and the first 2 points of this match. Not the Rico, not Rico, Jorge, not the easiest of targets, obviously. That was a risky disguise grab, but it worked out for zRune in the end. Lots of prying eyes around here, though, so they need to be a bit careful. I think they want their bowling ball back. Not bowling ball, but billiard ball. Ooh, or they just want to exit. That's also very fair. Fuzk getting set up on this spin again, getting the Andrea kill, just like last time. Taking out cams and likely going to make their way over to the bar now. Meanwhile, zRune is... zRune is setting up... I don't know what this location is called exactly. But I haven't seen this in action for a lot. I know this is a thing that you can get at the Coca machine. And it seems like it worked out for him.
This should paralyze the cartel. Excellent work.
Very, very nicely done from zRune. Just needs to get to the helicopter without being seen, and a suspicious takeoff is not going to make any difference. But zRune will fly out of Santa Fortuna with the first 2 points of the match. After Fuzk sadly couldn't really get a foot on in Santa Fortuna is gonna be behind starting next map. Quick look at the statistics again. This gonna be Mendoza second, which was Fuzk's map pick. I think we can quite well see why. 10-10-0 is a perfect 50% win rate. Half of those times, Fuzk's also picked the map themselves. 9 picks, 2 bans. On the other side, no plays in the last 12 months. On the other side, zRune has only played Mendoza 8 times in total, 1 in the last 12 months. Picked it once, banned it once, but has the better personal bests from the 2 players by about 3 minutes. Doesn't make a huge difference, but definitely noteworthy. Form-wise, zRune might be able to come back here again, but Fuzk does have a bit more momentum on the map, maybe. But with another win instead of the 4 losses on zRune's end. This is Fuzk's map pick of choice. zRune picked Fortuna, Fuzk picked Mendoza. zRune banned Dubai, and Fuzk banned Isle of Scale. Those 2 maps will not be present in the remainder of the remaining match. Random maps, we can already see them in the middle of the screen. The mini Haven Island, Sapienza, and Marrakesh. We will see Haven for sure. Sapienza and Marrakesh are all dependent on the results of the next 2 maps. zRune could win this with a quick 6-0 with a win on Mendoza and Haven. Fuzk needs to come back on either of those 2 maps to play Sapienza. Then, of course, need an even score after that to go on to Marrakesh as our final map of this match. Back here, just 30 seconds to go. One thing immediately noticing is the map record, 2 minutes 42 by Alf, put up this very tournament. Was Don Yates, Pistlas, Wader, Tamara, Garden Fork as Asado Chef. Could be quicker than that, or there are quicker spins than that, I want to say, but that is very, very quick. We will see if the players are going to get something equally quick, or if it's going to be, looks like this is not going to be equally quick. It's going to be Don Yates, Falling Object as Providence Herald, and Tamara Vidal, no KO, with a Hatchet as the Sommelier. Not terrible, but not record worthy. I am actually not sure where the Hatchet is on this map. Oh, is it by the shed? Let's look that up real quickly. Yeah, multiple hatches actually on the map. One is in the wine fields. That is one. No, and there is one at the boat dock. That's the one I remembered. And there's 2 in the wine field. No, the gardens. It's not the wine fields. So plenty of hatchets around to grab. Fairly convenient. For both players, although we are planning a little bit longer here. Right, zRune first to start the load. I do have to say, I don't. Maybe I'm oversimplifying it, but I don't necessarily see what the issue with the spin is. zRune starting Goucher, definitely something I wouldn't have done, but that's maybe because the reason why I'm not winning this is zRune's stream just. Is that my end or his end? That's lagging like that. Let's quickly check. Does look to me like it's his end. Yeah, okay. And that's calms me down a little bit more. It's not too terrible. It's fine-ish. Yeah. It's not too terrible. I just wanted to make sure there's nothing I can do to improve this. zRune getting the hatchet from all the way back there. Multiple others in the field. Fuzk is starting a Sado Chef. This, what Fuzk is doing is probably how I would have approached it as well. Get the Herald first, do the Dawn kill, get the hatchet, get the Sommelier, and then just a Medic tomorrow do the kill there. Not sure if that is oversimplifying it, but that's at least what I would have done. Fuzk is zRune is likely setting up a remote falling object kill. Yeah, it has a breach. Sorry, a breacher in his hand actually. You can see that is actually it's kind of hard to look at. Not gonna lie, but it's really fun. The very hectic slideshow. And now it's just perfectly fine again. Xeno setting this up as a remote falling object kill might make things a bit easier in the long run. In the sense that they don't have to go back and forth all that much to get kills, disguises, and objects in the correct location. It's Dawn placed, Breacher placed, and zRune might grab a hatchet on the way out and then can exit, and by the looks of things, they are exiting out back. Oh, they already picked up the hatchet, that's why they're here in the first place. I am not considering that. This is a new approach by Fuzk. I haven't seen this one, where they lure NPCs in instead of just KOing them out on the balcony. There's the wife. Even putting her in the closet first. zRune double seekering Tamara immediately. So they are a bit on a timer now. They have the hatchet, of course, but they still need the Sommelier disguise.
Oh.
And they will actually only go for for the Providence Herald first. They want to get this Yates kill down. Meanwhile, Fuzk is trying to shoot the line of the chandelier. Didn't really work. Shooting the hinge does. First kill down for Fuzk. And they now still need the hatchet and everything else for the Tamara kill. zRune now in the Providence Herald disguise. I expect Breacher pop and hopefully, yep, goes back to green. Kill done for zRune. Still on the timer, still needs that Sommelier disguise. Hatchet already acquired, as we could see right there. But Tamara is already at the toilet puking, so zRune doesn't have a ton of time to get that Sommelier's disguise before Tamara will eventually stop puking and return to her normal cycle. And I think at that point, zRune is going to have a bit of troubles. Ooh, they will lure the Sommelier, I believe, up here. I actually don't know where it lures him, changing the temperature. Also believe that I just saw Tamara finishing the first puking animation on zRune's instinct, so zRune has another minute until Tamara is gonna leave. zRune wants to get the Sommelier to that box, but that is gonna take a little bit. Also, the bathroom still has to be cleared out before zRune can approach the kill. Don't know if they realize on how much of a timer they are. Or if they have another plan that I'm completely unfamiliar with that is gonna solve all their problems. Smellier disguise obtained. Now all they need is a second alone with Tamara. Her guard is about to leave, but so is Tamara. zRune is basically at the last second of this being workable. Tamara is walking
Looking fine today, sir.
to the through the back area. This certainly helps zRune. A phone, trying to phone in Tamara, and it did work. This is crazy clutch. Nobody should enter this bathroom on their own. This is a risky door open with the mirror right there. Sorry for not paying attention too much for Fuzk on the other side now, but zRune was able to save Tamara, also almost being late. And well, we'll have to wait out this short tango animation, but should be fine.
Now what?
Now, we strike at
Fuzk,
the
I
heart.
believe, has obtained
Edwards. You know how to find him, don't you?
a hatchet, has obtained a screwdriver to get in here.
He is
Oh no,
untraceable,
doesn't have,
and
but
he
has
never lets you forget it.
a camera, of course.
And that will be his downfall.
What's the plan?
Too many eyes. Meet me at the Olive Grove at sunset. One last tango, 47.
zRune's approach of getting the Sommeliers disguise by luring him out of this wine area is certainly the way to go, as we could see. Sommeliers drank a little bit too much, just passed out on the desk. But zRune will be able to take another 2 points, leading this match 4-0 after the first two maps. And this is now match point for zRune. Haven Island. Coming up in just under 4 minutes now. We see Fuzk might want to, or has considered finishing this spin, but as I say that, he is exiting to menu. So let's have a short look at Haven Island again, and there's definitely one thing that immediately catches my attention. It's the 4 W's on the bottom left on zRune's side. His form on Haven Island recently has been absolutely blasting everyone away. 13-9-1 in total, but his last 5 Havens have been wins. 1 in the last 12 months. Picked it 14 times. Fuzk also picked it 19 times, though. 10, 12, 6. So they are relatively comparable in terms of the amount of Havens they played. zRune with 23, Fuzk with 28. But zRune's win rate better. zRune's personal best, again, a tiny bit lower, but nothing decided just yet. It's gonna be, Fuzk's last chance of coming back in this match. A zRune win on Haven Island will end the match right there. Give zRune the win and put zRune on 2.5 points for the next round of Swiss zRune currently on 1.5 points. Fuzk, can I find him? Fuzk is on 1 point currently. It's just how the nature of Swiss goes that they play each other even if they don't have the exact same score. But yeah, zRune needs to win here. Fuzk needs to hope for at least a tie on Haven Island to be able to take it to map 4 Sapienza. That is exactly what he's hoping for. But zRune will try their best to make absolutely sure that it is not happening.
Okay. Time for some of that soothing red what? Hey, look into that.
That is Tyson.
Alright, sorry for the absence. Haven Island arriving in just over 30 seconds from now. Map record currently 5 minutes 21 seconds by Timecube, put up against me actually, our WC 2024. Definitely a very, very quick spin in terms of havens. I'm gonna say it's not the although that is very, very quickly looking at the spin. There are possibly improvements to be made, but maybe with this spin, maybe we'll know. It's going to be Tyson Williams' Electrocution in the suit. Stephen Bradley, Loud Sniper Rifle as a personal trainer. Ludmila Petrova, Falling Knife Masseur, no KO. Not too terrible, I want to say. Folding Knife does require you to go all the way down into the. Okay, is the folding knife? The folding knife isn't unlockable, is it? I don't think it is. Although my memory might serve me wrong here, but if it isn't, then it does force you to go all the way down to the server farm to grab it from the locker. Tyson Electrocution actually looks way more daunting than it actually is, I want to say. It's just fixing the jacuzzi and putting a taser in it. zRune is starting at the central pier area. Actually, I don't know what that's called exactly. Is switching it up to private, to the Villa private pier. Actually, what I would have probably done as well. There is a suit on the map, which you can obtain at starting at the Villa. Just gives you a bit more freedom. You can kind of just set up that kill very, very quickly. Get the folding knife, leave the mansion, and never come back. And due to the nature of the jacuzzi, you don't even have to set it up immediately. I think you could even go for the folding knife first, then fix the jacuzzi to give yourself a bit more time. And that looks like that's exactly what zRune is going to be doing. Fuzk is still planning here. We are yet to see them load in. Well, now zRune is baiting left and right a little bit. I have to say.
Mr. Williams isn't looking too great.
Right, good. Is going upstairs now though.
Like malaria or something? We all got shots before coming in. You got the shot, right? Yeah, sure, I got the shot. No, I mean.
Will clear out. I have the feeling that zRune has forgotten about the jacuzzi. This looks like zRune is planning to set up Tyson in the cinema bathroom. Which is an option, I think. Not the best one for sure, but This is a cinema bathroom setup for zRune for the electrocution kill. From chat pointing out that sync might be better. I believe there is a trade-off here, because if Twitch chat will correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I believe if you fix the jacuzzi, Tyson will it lures Tyson towards it. He will immediately go for it and sit in it, and he will not stay there forever. So you after you fix the jacuzzi, you're a bit on a timer for getting your suit back. Or not back, but like at all, because it's not something you started with. I'm not sure if Tyson will leave, but I would assume Tyson eventually leaves the jacuzzi again. Yeah, and I think that's exactly what InfoFun has also pointed out in chat, is what I meant basically. It's if you do jacuzzi, you immediately have to go for the suit afterwards, pretty much. Although Fuzk now, that was a big whoosh because there is a mirror behind that sink. Fuzk is also doing it differently. He did the jacuzzi, but there is a sink in the jacuzzi room, which Fuzk is now using for the electrocution kill. Which is kind of a funny coincidence that you do the jacuzzi first, only to then not use it for the electrocution. So yeah, this is very lengthy setup for both players for the Tyson kill, and that of course does put you in a bit more time pressure for the other two targets on the map. Both of them on natural cycles that you do kind of want to hit at certain locations. But of course, cycles being cycles, you could go for a second cycle, although that is gonna be very, very long before those happen. Fuzk might just be looking up the folding knife right now, or something else, and realize they need to go all the way down to the facility or the server area to get that folding knife. zRune left the mansion and will probably never come back there again. Has the folding knife, has Tyson set up. Is making it actually well in time. I underestimated how much time you have for Steven here. I expect Steven will not be killed immediately, as you do still need the personal trainer. And you kind of want to get Ludmilla first, actually, because of the no KO condition.
That is Stephen Bradley, notorious hacker.
Ooh, don't use the pistol to Seeker Steven. That would be not exactly what you'd want here. But if zRune can get a quick Masseur now, after just isolating Steven inside this lifeguard house thing, they are well on course for getting that Ludmilla kill in the first cycle. And then after that, I want to say it's pretty smooth sailing for zRune. But of course, nothing over just yet. Fuzk is entering the server area, walking down all those lengthy stairs to get the folding knife. To actually not get the folding knife, but a crowbar first. Oh, that's probably what Fuzk has looked up, actually. You do need some sort of crowbar, lockpick, similar, in order to get the folding knife. zRune has already secured Ludmilla. I am way too much of stressed by Seeker timings, so I would have first gotten the Masseur and then Seeker Ludmilla and lost a lot of time on that because I had to wait for Ludmilla. zRune is not like that. zRune will Seeker Ludmilla first and just accept the timer while getting for the going for the Masseur.
Sorry, sir. You dropped something.
Yeah, and now zRune needs to hurry up a little bit, and so far it's not working out well for zRune. Hopefully now the correct Masseur will go in there, and he will indeed. That's the KO. Masseur disguise acquired for zRune. And Ludmilla is still on her way to the bathroom. So zRune will be there in a bit and be able to get this first kill. And arguably the hardest kill. Nice and easy. Falling Knife, no KO. First kill done for zRune. Fuzk on the other side is now exiting Tyson's villa. Got the Falling Knife, has Tyson set up. Just needs the rest of the spin. Is already... The spin is way further advanced, or the in-game time is way further advanced for Fuzk than it has for zRune. Steven is already on his private island. So Fuzk needs to wait for Steven to come off the island pretty much to get an easy grab for him. Meantime, I'm gonna get the Masseur disguise and hope for getting a nice Ludmilla timing. I'm not sure where exactly Ludmilla is still at the restaurant for Fuzk. Fuzk can get the Ludmilla kill down soon as well and should be fine, hopefully. zRune stealing the disguise of this personal trainer. And will therefore go for the Steven kill next. And once that is done, that is arguably the toughest part of the spin done. You do kind of... Should be 2 doors for zRune, so this loud kill on Steven should not be heard, hopefully. And it will not indeed. zRune just needs to get to 47's hut, steal his suit, click his taser and walk to an exit like nothing ever happened. Fuzk is gonna get the Ludmilla kill in a second here. First kill off the spin. Spin really hasn't worked in Fuzk's favor on Haven Island. Yeah. zRune is absolutely flying through this one and the previous maps as well. This guy's swap. The exit is right there. Taser in his inventory. Detonated. That's Tyson down. Back to green. And zRune will casually walk to the airboat. Leave his stay on Haven Island and drive home with another 2 points for the match and 1 point for his Swiss stage. And we have it, 6-0 sweep of zRune over Fuzk. Very nicely done. The scoreline doesn't show the full story here. Fuzk definitely had good approaches on all maps, but in the end, zRune was just that bit quicker. Fuzk is gonna get the Tyson kill in a second here as well, switching into the suit and 1 click of the taser. It's gonna be back to green for him as well, but he still needs the Steven kill and everything connected to that, where zRune is already sailing to the ocean. Very, Nicely done. All right. Okay, I had worries that my OBS crashed there, but it didn't. Looking at the standings real quick, zRune is now currently in 8th position with 2.5 points, but this was the first match of round 4, so all other players still have a match. Well, could overtake either of these players again. Fuzk is now in 42nd with still 1 point. Locking not too great for him to advance to the knockout stage. zRune on 2.5 now. Nothing safe yet, but with 2 more rounds to go, definitely on course to get through. This was the first match of Swiss round 4, so we have some more upcoming. A lot of has been scheduled already. The next one is going to be in just over 2 hours. Big Machete 13 versus Psychic Ducks and Berlin and Hokkaido. No cast yet, but I'm sure we'll find some. There's 2 more matches today. Afro versus Camel at 19:30 Central European Summertime, and Grary versus Falcon at 21 Central European Summertime. 3 matches on Monday so far, a couple more on Tuesday, and so on, until the end of round 4, and the end of round 5, and the end of round 6 eventually, and then knockout stage, and then the grand finals, and then R19 will be over in a couple of weeks. All right. There's still plenty of time until R19 is over, but I think for now, all I've left to say is to thank you all very, very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this cast. Thanks to the 2 players for playing. Congratulations to zRune for taking the win, and best of luck to both of them for the remainder of the Swiss stage. Thanks to Frode for adminning this match for us. Thanks to all of you for watching. Hope to see you soon in another cast. Thank you. Goodbye.